Hello, Infinity Kingdom audience. So glad you're here. So glad you clicked on this video. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I am really excited to do this video. So I'm in my free-to-play account, and this is going to be a little bit different video than the other videos because I got a special announcement to do. And I hope you stay to the end of this video because I got another special announcement at the end of this video. But I want to talk about free to play and kind of have a discussion about what my decision is with my free to play account. So I've made the unfortunate, well, I don't want to say unfortunate decision, but I've made the decision that I'm no longer going to play free to play on this account. And let me explain why. You know, I've been playing on the free to play account for over 30 days now. I know I've done it over 30 days because I did a 30-day video on the recap. So let's take a look at how many days are we. We are at 50 days, so almost 2 full months playing free to play. And I feel like I've reached the point is, what more do I have to say? First of all, Infinity Kingdom is an awesome game free to play. You definitely can play this game as a free to play player and do very well. Because you can be competitive in the game. You could be active in the alliance. You could do all the events. I honestly feel that I was not missing out on anything being free to play. I honestly feel like there's nothing that I missed out on. Now, there's a couple things that I miss. I miss having that extra building queue, and I miss having 3 buildings done at once. I miss not the growth fund. I mean, the growth fund is definitely nice. But I miss, the Kingdom Supplies. I miss that 30-day gem supply. I definitely miss it. But, if I came into this game and didn't spend on the 30-day supply or the extra building queue, would I feel like I was missing out on anything? Absolutely not. I wouldn't at all. So, and I mean, look at this. You got nothing to complain. I got nothing to complain about. I got, I think, 7 Epic Immortals. I got a direction that I'm going to go with 4 effective Mixed March Epic Immortals. So Cleopatra's not too far from being maxed out. So I got 2 levels to go there. Leonidas is moving along. I maxed out Boudica. I maxed out Isabella. I'm working on Peter the Great and Yisong. So, that's awesome. Without spending 1 single cent. You see, I still got Merlin here. My friendly reminder, you have not purchased squat. So with doing that, though, I want to give you a couple tips on free to play. First of all, I want to talk about gems. Gems, you have to be wise with your gems. Do not spend gems. Be very conservative with spending on your gems and cautious. I suggest, making sure that you have a certain minimum amount of gems in there. And the reason why is a couple different reasons. So you want to make sure that you have enough on hand to unlock certain levels on special events. Now, lately, we haven't seen those special events come up at all where you require gems to unlock maybe an extra column to win extra prizes. Not surprises, rewards. So, you want to have those extra gems. So, I would say, try to keep at a minimum 3,500. So generally, I think it was about 3,500 to unlock that second column. You got about 1,500 back, maybe a little bit more. So you got about 50% more or a little bit more back. And so it really didn't cost that much. It really cost like about 1,500 gems or 1,000 gems. So you want to have gems but you also want to have gems available so you can do certain things to help you along. If you need to use a shield, that you're able to pop up a shield and use gems right away. That you're able to, if you need gems to purchase that extra philosopher stone to get those 9 summons, you know, you always want to keep some gems. So don't be conservative with your gem use. I do not suggest using gems when you're free to play to try to get to that level 10 because it's just in VIP. I mean, level 10 in VIP is great because you get that philosopher stone. But it's expensive to get there. I mean, it doesn't have to be expensive, but it's very time consuming to get there. And you're going to use up all your gems to get there and use them for no other thing. So, just keep on moving along with VIP. You will get your Philosopher Stones from events, from free codes. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. I think the rewards in the game, in most cases, the rewards, especially for special events, are really good. You get a lot of stuff that you can get from there, and the free codes. Infinity Kingdom generally gives out. Lately, I've seen a minimum of 2 codes. Sometimes I've seen as many as 5 codes in 1 week. And those things build up and they help you out. I mean, I almost got 21K in gems. And that's with using some gems. I forget what. I unlocked Leonidas. I spent, I think, 6,000 gems to unlock Leonidas. Or something like that. No, it wasn't to unlock him, but it was to get some, 60 gems to level him up, or fragments to level him up. So that's with doing that. I still have 21K in gems. So it definitely can be played. I've shown that you could do all the special events and so on. So I talked about, the importance of gems, but also it's important to be active. You got to play the game, you got to log in, you got to enjoy the game, and you got to be active, and you got to participate in events. If you're not doing events and they always have different things. So, for instance, like I'm doing some of them as I'm talking here, spinning the wheel, doing the gnome hunt right now. I'm attacking gnomes. I'm a little bit behind on this, so I got some catching up to do. Making sure before you log off that you go collect resources. You got to do all the events to get all those rewards and to help you out. And then the last thing on tip on playing free to play is, find yourself a good alliance. Find yourself a very active alliance. It's even better. It's so much better if you could find an alliance where they have players on it that are spending. Because those that spend a lot, you get that nice chest where you get 50 gems. And so I know some days I was getting 150 to 300 gems based on the alliance spend. And so, it's always nice, but, you can't always find an alliance that spend a lot, but you definitely need to be in an active alliance so you can participate in all the events and all the alliance events. And you're going to be competing in there. You're going to be, you don't have to be in the bottom. You will be there. You won't be at the top, but you'll be there in the middle, participating with the events along with everyone else. So I talked a lot about free to play, gave you some tips on free to play that it's definitely you're able to do. So those of you that stuck around to the end of this video, because I know that this has mainly been discussion. It's not my normal type of video, but I have an announcement to make. I am now a leader of Alliance. And so, no, I didn't make a new Alliance. The way it happened was, and I talked about this in some of my other videos, overnight there was an email that went out and they did a merger with another alliance. And I woke up to the alliance practically empty. And people leaving left and right and trying to figure out what was going on. So I decided to kind of hang out in the alliance and lay low and see where things fall. So the leader made an alternate account, and the leader signed himself his other account as leader. So though something happened to the leader, and the leader stopped playing entirely off his main account and the alt account. And so when the leader does not log in, there is an impeachment process that comes out. So after 72 hours, you're able to impeach the leader. So your members can start the impeachment process. And one of the members in the alliance, because there was only 2 of us active at the time, now there's 3, they started the impeachment process, and they voted for me to be leader. And I voted for myself, and like 3 days later, the whole impeachment process lasts, and then it closes, and there I am. I'm now the R6. So the reason why I'm glad that I'm R6, because I'm a R6 of an alliance that is already at level 5 in advancement, with the helps and everything like that. And so it's not a brand new alliance. So my new videos, I'm going to discontinue the free-to-play series, but I plan on doing some videos on what it's like to be an alliance leader and give some tips around that. Some of the playing tips and what's involved with that, but also just some tips in general on what it's like to lead 150 different members that are in your alliance, or 100 members in your alliance. So that's going to be the new series. So I hope you guys enjoy the new videos. I hope you're not too upset for me discontinuing the free-to-play series. But I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself, and it's time. It definitely can be done. It definitely is fun to do. It's time to end this series. So hit your thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, and there will be more videos coming out. And have an awesome day.